the Bridgepoint Education Holiday Bowl.
Wow.
with
Okay.
Cal and Texas. Cal and Texas, Big 12 teams. I mean, they build them strong over there. I mean, so it's going to be a good game, hard-fought battle. I'm looking forward to that one too. The Insight Bowl with Iowa and Oklahoma. Oklahoma just got beat pretty bad by Oklahoma State, and then Iowa had some ups, had some downs this year. So, and they underachieved too, according to what some analysts had them doing this year. So that should be a good game between two teams that aren't afraid to hit you in the nose, and they're going to come after you. So, and then the last one, the AT&T Cotton Bowl with Arkansas and Kansas State.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Arkansas only has 2 losses. LSU and Bama. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Quality losses, I guess you could say.
So I mean, if you give a win in one of those games, then they're sitting there at 1 or 2 and not Alabama.
Yep.
So I mean, you never know. And Kansas State's the same way. They did real well this year. They did phenomenal compared to what people kind of expected at the beginning of the year. So, and again, that's going to be a very close game, evenly matched. So, but I mean, it's SEC there, so it's probably gonna have to take that one a little bit. Just a little bit better of a conference. So.
I guess they're kind of a football conference. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. Well, let's move on to the most relevant game for us fans here in East Lansing: the Outback Bowl between the Spartans of Michigan State and the Bulldogs of Georgia. How do you see this game going?
Man, you look at the stats, you look at them from face value, and this is like twin brothers battling now. They're both 10-3. They're both 7-1 in conference. They're both top 5 defenses. They both hold opponents to under 20 points a game. They're both led by phenomenal quarterbacks. I mean, the similarities just keep going on and on. So on paper, I think it's a very good matchup. They both average over 30 points a game. So they have the ability to throw it up and lock it down. So I'm very excited for this game. Both teams definitely are very disappointed to be here, I would say. They both fought in their championship games and both came out on the short end of the stick, so which team is going to be able to shrug that off kind of and respond with tenacity and like, we got to finish this season strong, is going to come out victorious. But I think there's no reason why Michigan State cannot get the first bowl game win in too long,
Yeah, like you said, it's 2 teams that fell short in their conference title games. Georgia to LSU and us to Wisconsin on a heartbreaker that still questionable. I don't understand it, but within that, Georgia had a 10-game winning streak this year that they just got snapped. So I mean, they're a good team. Like they were on a streak, they were rolling. They got stopped by the best team in the nation. I mean, you can't fault them for that.
Right.
I mean, did they play bad? Yeah, but I mean, it's the best team in the nation. They're gonna make you look bad every once in a while. So, but I mean, this is gonna be a very, very physical game between 2 very physical teams. I mean, they both finished in the top 5 in the FBS in total defense. Yeah. Which, I mean, our defense for Michigan State pretty much led us through the year. Without them, we are not nearly as good as we are right now. So, I mean, it's nice that guys like Golston and Jarrell and Trent and all those guys came up and like really proved that they are leaders of this team and said, we're a defense. and that's all. Like, we're a defense. We play defense, and they play hard, and it's good to watch them play. I mean, it's fun. So, and I mean, on paper they're very similar, very evenly matched. Like you said, all the stats there, like they're so comparable. I mean, even in the rankings, they're one in front of the other.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're right there. I mean, it's gonna be 2 big battles between Cousins and Murray at the quarterback position, and then Bell and Crowell at the running back position. So I mean, whoever can win those battles is going to have the edge in the game. B.J. Cunningham is going to be the X factor probably.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, his reception yards are more than double than the top receiver for Georgia. So I think he's a big X factor, and I think he's going to be a big target for both Kirk Cousins and the Georgia Bulldog defense.
Yeah, I think even if they shut down B.J., we still have Keith and Keyshawn.
We got weapons, yeah.
And we still have Linthicum at the tight end spot. We have plenty of guys that can catch the ball. And we have running backs out of the backfield that can go and catch the ball too. So even if you shut down one of our guys, we have others to go to. So I mean, it's going to be fun. And then like it's SEC versus Big Ten. Big Ten needs some respect finally for football. I mean,
that's what they've been saying all year.
Yeah, it's been SEC for the past year upon year upon year, and this year it's 2 SEC teams in the championship game. And I think the rest of the nation should have a little chip on their shoulder that why are there 2 teams from the same conference going for the national title when we're in these different conferences and we're good teams too. So I think the Big 12, the Big East, the Big 10, the Pac-12, all those conferences should be a little upset about that and try to prove that they're not the underdog to the SEC anymore, that they are just as good as them and they can compete with the SEC. And I think this game, SEC versus Big 10, gives us a chance to prove that.
It really does.
I mean, like, we're the second best team in the Big 10, yet we're in the fourth best bowl game for the Big 10.
That's the BCS, bro. That's the BCS.
So, I mean, we need to prove that we are the second best team in the Big 10. We can't go and get beat down like we did last year against Alabama.
That's true. I mean, and as good as it is for like conference respect and for trying to make a name for your team, your program, and the conference, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, the seniors want to go out on a good note. You know, like Kirk Cousins, you know, I've never seen him so crushed. You know, B.J. Cunningham, you know, Keyshawn Martin, these key seniors, Trenton Robinson, you know, they're so full of passion. They have been all year, and they don't want to go out as just another Spartan team that lost another bowl game, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they're definitely trying to establish a legacy, you know, and be a true legend, if you will, you know, out of the Legends Conference or division. But, yeah, I think the seniors, they're gonna tell those freshmen and they're gonna tell the underclassmen, pick your head up. We got one more game to play. This is huge. You know, this is huge for the program. You know, it's like a huge commercial for Michigan State football. You know, and so I think they're gonna come out and like the seniors definitely are gonna want to leave their impact. And this is like you said, a Big Ten SEC matchup. This is a perfect opportunity to do just that. So
yeah. All right. Well, we're running low on time, so real quick, prediction for the Outback Bowl. Who do you have?
Man, that's like almost a month away, but. You know, I think this game is definitely one of the X factors. You know, you have all Big Ten punter and Mike and Sadler, you know, and you have Keyshawn Martin. You know, I think it's going to be depending on how the which X factors ebb and flow for whichever team, you know, which can rise to the surface. And of course, I'm gonna have to give it to the Spartans. I say the Spartans light up the scoreboard. I'm gonna say 35-24.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, I'll take State as well, just because I think we're going to have that extra push at the end of the game that's going to get us over there, and we're going to win. I think we'll take it by a field goal or so.
Oh, that's close. That's a close one. Okay.
Yeah. That's all the time we have today for Spartan Sports. He's Jamal Williams. I'm Sal Lafada. We'll see you next time.
See ya. Cool, bro.